I'm back. That's right. Back from the abyss. Oh, and what an abyss it was. Not how I envisioned my week going. Tell you what. So last Friday, I was like, all right, it's Friday. It had been a short week. I was very excited to, kick back, relax, play some video games, hang with the cats. Friday night, go to bed. Wake up Saturday, and I've got a headache. I'm like, all right, this sucks. What is going on with my sinuses? This sucks. Just kind of kept getting worse as the day goes on. Then Sunday I woke up and I was like, okay, I'm sick. I'm actually really getting sick. And, didn't think too much of it till sometime in the afternoon, I don't know, 3-ish. I can only speculate because I don't remember. I dozed off in my recliner, which, that's what old dads do. But I didn't wake up till 9 p.m. Sunday night. My girlfriend was all worried about me, hadn't been able to get a hold of me. So I'm like, no, it's fine. I just not feeling well and apparently needed an extended nap. And then I went back to bed, slept till about 5 a.m. Monday, woke up, was a disaster. Like, okay, I can't go to work. So called in, went back to sleep, slept till 10. So I'd just been sleeping for a whole day. And that's when I was like, I've seen this before. I've been on this train before. So my lady suggested, if you have a COVID test around your house, maybe you should take it, give it a look. I'm like, all right, I guess I will. That's right, I'm back. I live. Shout out to Josh and Chantel in the hallway there. So I took the test and, it's positive. Oh, great. Time for COVID tips, everybody. Because it's going around. I just want to let you know it is going around. All right. If you suspect you might have COVID, try to keep those home tests around. Because if you do end up having it, what you need to do is immediately go to the doctor and be like, give me some of that Paxlovid. Now, it's a pain to find because, insurance companies are all corrupt. They've gotten to be pretty terrible. For whatever reason, this is a major sickness that people have to deal with. This medication, a lot of insurance companies don't want to pay for it. Even though it's the best thing you can take if you're actually dealing with COVID. I had to go all over town to find this stuff yesterday. That was my tip for you on if you suspect you have it, you should get in immediately to a doctor to get on that medication, because I probably could have got myself feeling a lot better earlier in the week, but it didn't seem that bad. Okay, this isn't as bad as the last time I had COVID, which was nightmarish. This wasn't great by any means, but it wasn't as bad. So I'm like, maybe it'll clear up. Well, finally, yesterday when I'm I still, even though I don't have snot pouring from my head, I still don't feel wonderful. So went to the doctor. He's like, yeah, dude, you should have came in Monday. What are you doing? Let's get you on that Paxlovid. Again, it took me forever to find a pharmacy that even had it, and then had to work a deal, with some kind of a coupon, this or that, because insurance wouldn't cover a very common medication. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so I started taking that last night and woke up this morning for the first time somewhat in the real world in a week. So here I am. I know some people get mad about this subject, but I'll tell you what, when I was talking to the doctor, he's like, yeah, make sure to keep up to date on immunizations and things like that. I was like, yeah, well, I tried to get a COVID shot 2 months ago and they didn't have any. He's like, yeah, we just got them a week ago. I'm like, well, I got sick a week ago. Great. So, not saying you have to, all right? I don't want somebody calling me talking about this and that conspiracy theory. But, if you're concerned about it, I recommend you go get that booster shot. Because if you could even make the pain a little bit less, it would have been worth it. The last 6 days of my life have been terrible. Terrible. Hopefully today a little bit better. I'm certainly not 100%, but the doc's like, yeah, you're not contagious. You can go to work if you're feeling up to it. And I know I'm way behind here, so catching up to do. I think I'm okay. I don't know. I feel like I'm just crawling out of some type of otherworldly abyss. Because the last week was very weird. And if I can recall all of them, we'll get into some of the weird moments. Because when you're really down with the sickness, weird stuff happens. And there was plenty of that. But I'm doing all right. Hope everybody else is. Again, this stuff's going around. The doctor was not surprised. Said he'd seen a lot of these cases. So try to be cautious. Keep your hands clean. Avoid other people. And if you feel inclined, those booster shots are now available. They were just too late for me. Oh, so annoying. Anyway, let's do some radio, huh? Let's do a show. I'm here. Long work week. No, I've just been stressing it all week. I don't like missing work when I'm sick. I start to feel guilty. I'm like, Jade's mad at me. It's like, why would he be mad at you? It's not like I decided I'm going to go get really sick. Anyway, hang on. We'll be back with plenty of tunes. I'm going to find some content. I'm going to look at my checklist of, oh, God, what do I need to do today to catch up? Help me. And we'll take it from there. But at least I'm here. I'm in the seat. For the last few minutes, I've been checking out the new Whitechapel song. I recorded a quick video with my thoughts and analysis, which is just basically me nodding my head going, yeah, this is great. Whitechapel, A Visceral Wretch. I'm going to get my hands on a copy I can play on the air here in a minute for your enjoyment. But it was really good. I mean, like, crushingly heavy. Straight, brutal. As crushing as it gets. They've still got it. All right, I guess they came out swinging, wanting to show people we don't mess around. We can still do it heavy. So we'll get that on air here in a few. Whitechapel going to be in Salt Lake with Lorna Shore on the 17th of October, which I've got to go to that show. It's such a lineup. I don't want to see that new song live. Anyway, welcome to the program. It's the Viktor Wilt Show. I'm hanging in there. I don't feel like I'm going to die at the moment, so that's good. Doctors gave me the thumbs up to come to work, but I don't know. I'm still a little out there. So wish me luck on finding quality content and the vibe you're used to. Could be a little weird today. Happy Friday. Hope you had a good week. My week sucked. But I guess it's pretty much over. Though today is going to be a nightmare of trying to play catch up. Wish me luck. Wish me loads of luck on that one. And, geez, let's talk about overpriced video gaming consoles. I don't know if you saw this, because I haven't been here for a week, and I don't know what everybody's been looking at, but I would assume plenty of people saw that Sony announced the PlayStation 5 Pro. Now, as someone who is a PlayStation fan, I'll admit there was a bit of intrigue at a PlayStation 5 Pro. There's no need for one. I have a PlayStation 5. I don't have $700 to upgrade my machine, but also there's no disk drive in it. It's a digital-only system. And I'm sorry, but maybe I'm just old school, but I like getting physical copies of my games. You can loan them to friends. If it's a piece of garbage game, you can sell it. You can't do any of that with digital copies of games. So I don't think I'd ever buy a digital-only console. I mean, I've got my PC. I want to do digital-only gaming. I've got my PC. But something about console and putting the disc in, I don't know. I'm old school. $700 for a PS5 Pro, and it might give you a little bit of a graphical upgrade on some of your games. And then upcoming games down the line like GTA 6. I'm sure it'll run those games better, but still $700. $700. Good Lord, that's a lot of money. I'm sure some people will buy it. But now Sony's also like, hey, we're selling used PS5s for half price. Well, half the price of a PS5 Pro, not half price. They're like $100 off. I don't know, buying a refurbished game system, they don't make them like they used to. You know, old Nintendos, we would like punch them and kick them to get them to work. If you did that with a PS5, I think it would just not work ever again. So, I don't know. Refurbished system, I'm a little nervous about that one. For only a $100 discount. Now, if they were half price, sure, all day. I gotta like settle down. I realize I'm gonna make my throat hurt. I can feel it with the usual enthusiasm here. But again, if I was rich, maybe, because all I did the last few days to keep myself distracted from the sickness was play Grand Theft Auto 6. Yeah, when I had the energy for it. Other than that, YouTube garbage. But still, $700 Sony. I mean, that's steep. That is steep. At least put a disk drive in it. However, when a year from now, GTA 6 drops and they're like, look how much more amazing it's going to be on a PS5 Pro. If there's any idiot who's going to go dump the cash, put it on credit, yeah, it's probably this guy. All right, come on. You're not really worried about it being Friday the 13th, are you? Oh, scary. Scary. A lot of people are bothered by Friday the 13th. Me, I just go, all right, that means something fun going to go down today, right? People going to get all weird. I mean, it couldn't get any weirder than it's been. I'll tell you what, I was, sick with COVID for the last week, which sucked. But there were a few moments where being completely out of it kind of enhanced the situation and made it a little more entertaining. Like, what was it? Tuesday night. This is when I was like, full depths of sickness. I decided I'm going to watch the presidential debate. All right, I'm sitting here. I can't sleep. I feel like garbage. Why not watch the presidential debate? All right, and it was weird, for one, because I was wrecked with COVID at the time. But then it was weird because, well, did you watch it? Did you watch any of it? There were a few moments where I'm like, okay, did that really happen, or am I just sick here? And, the cough medicine's messing with me. When you start hearing Trump screaming about people eating cats and dogs, I was like, is this real? Is this real? And, then the next day after a full night's rest, I guess it was. That's the world we live in nowadays. I wish I could put that clip in imaging, but I don't think Jade would approve of it for like the noon hour. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. The noon hour of madness and mayhem. I don't know. It's a funny clip. It's so absurd. Definitely nothing that I expected to hear. I expected to hear crazy political stuff, but not that one. That was pretty wild. So anyway, I don't recommend COVID, but I do recommend if you have it, that's the time to watch things like the presidential debate because it'll blow your mind. All right. Anyway, it's almost 7:00. Let's keep rolling. Let's try to have some fun. I feel like I'm running out of steam really fast this morning. I'll try to tone down my energy and enthusiasm. I forget Fridays are the days that I have to talk the most anyway because of traffic school. I don't need to wear myself out by 7 a.m. What? What did you say? Huh? If you're a longtime listener or if you've ever dealt with me in person, you've heard me say that. Sorry, could you say that again? What was that? And then sometimes I have to ask again, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I just don't understand. I don't understand. I have terrible hearing, and it's 100%, I'm sure, my own fault. I was looking at a list here of the reasons that people go, huh? What? Yeah, apparently the average American says, what did you say? Or something like that 91 times a month. This makes me feel kind of good because I say it daily. And a lot of times I think people think I'm not listening to them or paying attention. And no, I'm usually trying really hard. I just can't make out what's being said. It's very annoying. Now, what are the reasons that people have hearing problems? All right, age. Okay, I guess I could blame it on that. I'm getting old. Playing loud music in the car. Okay, I do that too. Using headphones and earbuds at high volume every single day at work. And also loud concerts. So I'm doomed, basically. My job entails wearing headphones. I do try to keep them at a reasonable level. Sometimes you just really want to rock, though, and turn them up. But due to the fact that I do every single thing that is a common reason for people to have damaged hearing, I really think that there better be some technological advances waiting in my future, or I'm going to have a really tough time as an old person. And I'm sorry for all the times I've said, huh? What? Eh? People calling into traffic school. Hey, who's this? They say their name. Huh? What? What did you say? Or if you ever hear me just go, oh, okay, what's your question? It's because I didn't understand their name. I'll just step on by and pretend I can hear what people are saying. Welcome to the show. Who's this? All right, great. Anyway, traffic school is coming up today, about an hour and a half from now, 8:45 a.m. Your chance to ask me and a cop a question about the law. Whatever you want to know. Doesn't even have to be about the law. You can just call in and converse with me and Lieutenant Crane of the Idaho State Police. Traffic school powered by the Advocates. 8:45. About an hour and a half from now, only on K-Bear. Welcome to the program, the Viktor Wilt Show. I am actually here. I'm doing it live. Sorry for my absence this past week. I certainly did not intend to have to waste my PTO being down with the sickness, but year after year, inevitably there's going to be 1 week where I catch something like norovirus or COVID and I just can't go to work for a week. I've had COVID more than anyone I know. It's so aggravating. Like, I don't even go anywhere. Not too often. You know, I was out at the Ice Nine Kills show a couple weeks ago. Didn't pick anything up there. Had a crowd packed with people. You know, I'm down in the pit. Nothing. Spend the next week doing a whole lot of nothing. Still managed to pick up COVID somehow and just get wrecked for a week. Ugh. Be careful, people. It's floating around out there and it sucks. It sucks. It wasn't quite as bad as the last time I had it, but it was still very unpleasant. And I'm at about 80%. Doc said I could be here. I'm not contagious or anything like that. I can tell I'm a lot better because it feels like I'm in the real world. Which, during the last week, there were moments where it did not feel like I was in the real world. Just scrolling a little bit of Facebook. Things got weird in the last few days. You know, I talked about watching the presidential debate on COVID. If you're going to watch a presidential debate, that's a way to do it. When it already feels like reality is crumbling around you, you throw that on, it gets real weird. But then, more unexpected things happened aside from, you know, all of a sudden getting a rude awakening of, they're eating the cats and dogs. Boy, that certainly got my attention that night. Dave Grohl. You know, I've talked about Dave Grohl many times on this radio station because he's Dave Grohl. And as you know, I mean, I've got a lot of respect for Dave Grohl. I've always said he seems like he'd be the nicest rock star to meet and hang out with. He's on my very high on my bucket list of people to hang out with. And he's just so highly regarded in the rock world. He's like the Keanu Reeves of the rock world. Well, I guess the time for Dave to have an internet shaming has come. You know, dudes, listen, if you can't keep it in your pants, you got to get yourself fixed, all right, when you're that age, all right? Dave Grohl announcing to the world he has a baby on the way, but it's not from his wife. Oh, geez, come on, Dave. You were the one guy that seemed to set a good example for the rock community. And I mean, obviously there's a million worse things Dave could have done, but cheating's terrible, all right? Makes people feel bad, and if you're a major celebrity, then your entire family has to deal with that being international news. So keep it together, buddy. Because I'm sure this wouldn't have gotten out if there wasn't a baby on the way. Jeez, Dave. So anyway, reality just broken a little bit with Dave Grohl being human, I guess. But yeah, people try to make better decisions. Think about your family and your significant other. If you can't keep yourself under control, you gotta split up with them, okay? Take that from somebody who's been cheated on. It feels awful, all right? It doesn't feel good, and it sticks with you for a long time, all right? Don't do it. Don't be a dirtbag, all right? It's not nice. So anyway, there's the Foo Fighters news. Didn't expect, Dave Grohl to be getting the internet shaming, but there were some funny memes making the rounds. The memes the last few days between the cats and dogs and Dave Grohl, pretty good stuff. So I did enjoy that. Hey, free stuff. I'm down for free stuff. Maybe this will be helpful. What free things online should everyone take advantage of? Generally, if you hear about something free online, comes in an email and you probably don't want to respond to it. So hopefully the internet has actual answers here for free stuff that is worthwhile. The Internet Archive should be regarded as one of the 7 wonders of the information age. I mean, the Internet Archive is interesting, and I'm glad we have it. I hope it doesn't go away. But I don't know if that's something everybody's going to want to take advantage of. What curious young people? You want to see what the internet used to be like? Yeah, check it out. There's probably plenty of stuff archived on the internet people wish was not. Probably a lot of people down there trying to shut down the Internet Archive. Let's see. So I'm not very excited about that as a free item everyone should take advantage of. Okay, abandonware. Now, if you're not familiar with abandonware, these are old games that the developers no longer support and have just kind of put them out there like, you know what, here, you can play these games. Old computer games. This is kind of like the Internet Archive. I don't know if everybody should be taking advantage of it, because a lot of old games don't stand the test of time. Now, some of them might, like the King's Quest games, Space Quest, those classic Sierra games from back in the day. If you're an old school PC gamer, you know what I'm talking about. They were the best. But I don't know. They may not stand the test of time. So I don't know if everybody should be, bouncing off the walls ready to go get some of that abandonware going on. Let's see here. A lot of online learning academies and things like that. Sure, yeah. If you need to learn something, the internet's a great place. YouTube is another great place to learn free things. LibriVox, they host copyright-free books, which volunteers read out and record. Oh, that's nice that they have recordings available for people to listen to books that may be hard of hearing and also can't afford to buy books on tape. All right, that's cool. That's cool. Justin Guitar, if you want to start learning guitar. Peaches, you've talked about learning guitar before. Apparently, give Justin Guitar a whirl. All right, and then they've got all the softwares like DaVinci and stuff, seeing things that work as an alternative to Adobe products and stuff like that. Free Harvard courses you could attend. That's right, online school. So far, none of these free things screaming out to me this morning, but my enthusiasm is real low for pretty much anything today. I came to work because it was like, I've got to get into work. I have got to catch up on some things. But, yeah. So far, I don't know. You'd have to chuck something really exciting that's free at me for me to actually get excited about it. Freak news powered by Grease Monkey, voted Idaho's best oil change. Let's begin. Cow attacks. Yeah, apparently, cattle, a common cause of death in the UK farming industry. Cows, like orcas, fed up with people. what do you do if the herd approaches? It's a good question. You don't generally think of cows as something that might kill you. The headline of the article: "The horror of cow attacks. I told my husband to leave me to die." Jeez. Yeah, this woman got beat down by cows. I won't go into the description because it's very unpleasant. But she's pretty messed up. Yeah, she was just wandering by the cow pasture. Next thing you know, getting stomped down. What do you do? This article's really long. It's like, hey, what do you do if the herd approaches? Stay away? Run? I don't know. The article's too long. Okay, how to stay safe in a field of cows. Be alert. Keep an eye out for any signage warning of cows on your route. Yeah, you see a sign, livestock. Ah! Run. Let's see. Oh, walk. Don't run. Avoid any sudden movements. Don't use your phone. Cows hate phones. They're like those people at shows. Yeah. Put your phone away. Anyway, let's see here. Let's do more freak news. Powered by Grease Monkey. Voted Idaho's best oil change. If you're a realtor, got to be careful with those photos you post on listings of homes. Apparently, if you try to make a place look a little bit better, you can end up getting fined. And I've seen this with real estate listings before, where they'll like Photoshop the grass and make it look really green, or I don't know. They just seem to make places look a lot nicer than they actually are. Apparently, if you even put furnishings in, like, hey, this is what it might look like in here with a couch, that is showing the property in a better state of repair than it was in. I don't know, some realtor in Wisconsin got fined like $6,000 just for a few crappy photos. Now, I would imagine it doesn't just come down to they photoshopped a couch in. I'm guessing this place was a dump. And you probably had an out-of-state buyer like, okay, I'll just pay cash. Place looks great. Then they show up and they're like, what's wrong with this place? Where's that couch that was in the photo? I don't know. It seemed like people will also sue and try to get places fined for any reason they can. So, I don't know here. I could have read the whole long article, but it's long. It's long. And I'm multitasking, trying to play catch-up here. You got to cut me a little bit of slack on the deep dive into an article that's not really that important anyway. Unless you're a realtor. I might have just scared the crap out of you. Maybe you're a photoshopping fool when it comes to your real estate listings. Settle it down a bit. If the place is a dump, let people know it's a dump. Adjust price accordingly. All right? It's going to circle back around on you if people feel like they're getting ripped off. So I just got the heads up from Lieutenant Crane that he's likely not going to be in for traffic school powered by the Advocates, which means we're going to do Ask Us Almost Anything. Powered by the Advocates. Peaches, show the listeners how it's done. Ask me a question.
In the past 10 years, what do you think is the best movie out there?
In the past 10 years.
Mm-hmm. I just made that up.
Best movie. That's a long chunk of time.
I could ask you one of my to peach their own questions if you want me to.
Yeah. I was going to say in the last 10 years, movies. Man, that is tough.
Who's funding
Hereditary or Midsommar?
Who's funding these video game movies? I want to know. Did you see the Minecraft live action trailer? I'm Steve!
No, I have not. I saw people complaining about it because I guess it's live action, not animated. And you've got Jack Black playing the main character. Yeah. It does seem like
and the pink sheep looks horrible.
Yeah, I haven't seen the trailer. I just saw, again, people complaining about it online.
That would be a great YouTube video, you reacting to the Minecraft trailer.
Okay. Well, if I can get this stupid OBS to connect to this camera.
How about this? Yesterday was the day of comebacks, apparently. We had Flappy Bird get announced coming back next year. But most importantly, Vans Warped Tour.
Now, that is an interesting thing to see returning.
Because I agreed with a lot of our listeners. Live Nation, for the most part, is going to handle it. So, tickets are going to be $300. There's going to be a $50 convenience fee.
Now, I'm assuming Live Nation was probably involved with it before. right?
But it still said what Rockfeed posted was Live Nation's going to handle it for the most part, but Kevin Lyman will still be heavily involved.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
I would imagine it's not going to be much different than it was before. And, you know, the last time they had Warped Tour, you could get the GA tickets for a pretty reasonable rate, but all concerts were a different price back then. So I would assume it's just going to suffer the same fate as everything else and be pretty outrageous now.
But with the Warped Tour coming back, my question to you is what band would you want to see there? I was thinking, Linkin Park obviously is going to be one of the headliners, the new Linkin Park. People are going to find that controversial.
Well, they weren't really a Warped Tour band back in the day.
All the Warped Tour bands people were talking about got in trouble, and so now they're all in jail for the most part.
I mean, there seem to be two eras of Warped Tour. I think back to way back when I first went to it as a teenager, and it was all like punk bands.
Yeah.
Like I remember like Green Day was one of the headliners. And
Blink-182 was obviously
the
biggest band out of Warped Tour.
You had bands like Bad Religion playing and Pennywise and all that. Yeah. And then the later years, which I liked better as far as the lineup, like the last one I went to, you had bands like Whitechapel and Ice Nine Kills
Chelsea
playing.
Grin. Mm-hmm. Chelsea Grin, I was looking at the Warped Tour list trying to add to our alt playlist, and there's a ton of metal bands. Black Dahlia Murder, huge one on there.
And that was the final years of Warped Tour, and I liked that, but you're also seeing the return of Mayhem Fest next year, and who knows, they could bring back Ozfest.
See, I thought festivals were sort of dying off, because you saw Blue Ridge Rock Festival be a tragedy. You saw the Firefest 2 is making a comeback, which I don't know who is going to sign up for that. But then, Fire in the Mountains also making a comeback next year.
Yeah, and I mean, there are those year after year festivals that are done right, like Aftershock.
Incarceration.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great one.
All of those, Sonic Temple, blah, blah, blah. So we had seen the decline of the touring festival, but I'm glad to see it's coming back. I hope it goes good. Festivals, I'm a little old for those. Back when I was your age, Peaches, I was all about it. But all day at a show.
But how am I supposed to camp there if I have a CPAP machine?
You got to get a battery.
Generator? Okay.
Get a battery for your CPAP or, a generator.
Because I was wondering how people with sleep apnea go to festivals, if they even do that, if they're even allowed to.
I mean, you can, if you have sleep apnea, you can sleep without a CPAP.
Yeah, but then the whole heart would go crazy. It'd be a nightmare situation.
But it's not like they, aren't going to allow somebody to go because they don't have their CPAP or something. That's on you to make that decision. Like, sometimes I fall asleep in my recliner.
Which I'm sure you did this weekend.
I
extended
did.
week, I should say.
I did. All I've done for the last week was sleep and go, what is real? What does this mean?
See, I was predicting yesterday you would come back and be like, I watched all these different television shows. And
I did watch a lot of stuff, but I don't remember what it really was. TV. Yeah. I played a lot of GTA 5. That was a good way to keep myself distracted from the
story's
the pain.
Great, isn't it?
Yeah. I love that game. I've played through it countless times. I've bought it 4 times. It's a great game.
My friend Christian had to buy it again because he had the Xbox One version. And I was telling him, hey, come play with me. And he was like, oh, okay. And then he tried inviting me to his game. And it's like, you got to install GTA 5 Xbox One version, which I could have done. But I'm like, no, dude, you got to pay the $20 to get this updated, crazy, better version.
Exactly. Why play the subpar version? Get the new version. And that PS5 version is beautiful. Beautiful. It's amazing. Got me all pumped for GTA 6.
I would love to be a voice actor for that game. I'm sure they're still making tons of money.
I don't know. Based on what I saw, then, I mean, if you're one of the big stars, probably.
Well, if you're Michael, Trevor, or Franklin, I feel like you're making a good amount.
But I bet other people probably not too much. Because what were they saying they offered that band? Did you see the article where a band?
Oh, no.
They wanted to put one of this band's songs in GTA 6, and they offered them. It wasn't a ton of money. It was a few grand. Myself, if Rockstar Games hit me up and was like, we would like to put your song in our game, and we're not paying you a cent, I would give it to them in a second.
Yeah, well, that's because you're
in a second.
You're easy.
Do you know how much exposure your band is going to get?
Oh, please.
in GTA 6.
Stop it with the exposure
This
thing.
isn't like a local show where
I know, but it just makes me laugh because I see musicians all the time get mad at the word exposure, which I totally understand.
yeah, and that's musicians who say that. There's a lot of musicians who don't understand the real world. Okay, there's one having to pay to play a local show, like having to pay to be on a Battle of the Bands.
Yeah.
Don't waste a penny playing on a local show. A lot of bands pay to be openers on tour. They call it buying onto tours. I guarantee anyone who's been to a concert here in East Idaho, Salt Lake, Boise, you have been to shows where the openers are paying to be on that bill. They're not even getting paid nothing in exposure. They are paying for that spot.
I'm looking at you, TX2.
TX2 could be a buy-on. I don't know. Hard to say. They are on the same label as Ice Nine Kills.
And that new song, Mad, is high up there with streaming. We need to add that.
So, but the exposure you would get as a song in Grand Theft Auto 6, priceless. Priceless. Rockstar Games, you could take any one of my songs you want for free. I will pay you $10 to put it in your game.
Yeah, but they don't know the reptilians at all.
That's why we need to start the campaign.
I would rather be the DJ in the station.
This band they were asking for a song from was some no-namer too. I mean, if you listen to the soundtrack on GTA 5, it's not what I would call good. I don't ever listen to the radio on GTA 5.
Why not?
I listen to the
Don't
talk.
be one of those people now. Get out of here if you're going to say that. You know?
I listen to...
I don't listen to the radio. You say, no.
Yeah. The GTA 5 radio stations are awful.
Los Santos Rock Radio all the way.
Los
Channel
Santos
X
Rock Radio
is
sucks.
awesome.
It's
Channel X is
terrible.
great.
Yeah, it's like worse than mainstream rock radio. It's
What
garbage.
is? Channel X?
Yeah.
Channel X is all punk. What are
I
you
know,
talking
it
about?
sucks. It's like...
Amoeba.
It's
Come
mainstream punk. It's not even that good.
Oh, you're one of those guys. Why are you like the stereotype for all these different people
I'm a
right
radio
now?
programmer. I know how to program radio stations.
We're over here like,
They're
it's
not even
mainstream
good.
punk. You sound like one of those like, I don't like this. It's they don't play what I listen to. I'm not going to listen to them.
Yeah, I'll listen to Chakra Attack if I'm going to listen to. If I'm going to listen to radio on GTA 5. It's either the crazy right wing talk.
Did you listen
or
to
the crazy left wing?
That's
talk.
another thing I was hoping you would listen to is the Los Santos talk radio on that game where they just pretend to be wackos.
Yeah, I don't turn on the music stations because they're terrible. But
see, there you wait for the commercials. You want to hear the commercials.
Yeah,
over
the
there.
commercials are the only good part. Ask Me Almost Anything, powered by the Advocates. We got Peaches in here as well. If there is any type of question you'd like to ask us about anything, you can feel free to call us at 208-535-1015, and we will hook you up with our thoughts and answers. Again, it's Ask Me Almost Anything, powered by the Advocates. I tried to go live on Facebook, but the camera's not cooperating, so it's not happening. You're going to have to call us and do it live.
Oh, come on.
Give us your questions live on the air. It's not,
It's plugged in. I see the camera's plugged in.
Yeah, I know. It's turned on as well. It's just not working. So I'm not going to sit here and on-air tinker and reboot and this and that. Nope. Listeners, you call us, ask us questions. They could even be about the law. I'll try to get you traffic school answers, but they may not be correct. So I recommend you ask me and Peaches about something else at 208-535-1015 with Ask Us Almost Anything, powered by the Advocates. What's been some of your questions this week for to Peach their own, Peaches?
I had the Warp Tour one yesterday. Let me pull up the K-Bear 101 Idaho Rock and Metal Facebook group. A lot of the questions now for Ask Reddit, whenever like something politically happens, it's like, what's your opinion on the Trump versus Harris debate? And obviously, I'm not going to ask that for the Peach their own.
Well, why not? Just go for it, Peaches. All right, hang on. We got a caller here. K-Bear, you were live on the show. Please keep that in mind. Who's this?
This is Mark.
Hey, Mark, what's happening, man? What you got for a question for
good morning.
Ask Us Almost Anything?
Victor, Peaches.
Good morning.
Hey, yeah. So when I'm listening to my radio in my vehicle, I get like a double signal or something because it repeats itself at some points.
Has this happened
Do you guys know
today?
anything about that? Not today, but I mean, today. I'm in a different vehicle and it kind of goes out. And I was wondering, you guys had done all your transfers on the antenna.
Yeah, we have set up the new transmitter. I know there's some fine tuning that's been going on for a little while. And depending on what area you're in, what could be happening is as we've been dialing in the HD signal, if you have the type of radio that recognizes HD signal, it may activate it and then deactivate it if if the buffering wasn't working as well as it should, which could make it sound like two different signals kind of switching back and forth. But hopefully, this is an issue that is clearing up because they've been doing a lot of work up in the mountains the last couple weeks. So hopefully that's all getting corrected. It's been a lot of tinkering and fine tuning to get this stuff working.
Yeah, I mean, even the bass, though, is phenomenal because, I feel like I'm going to shake out of my vehicle.
Nice.
Well, good.
Yeah.
So much. But, it sounds good at that point, but it's like an echo. So
All right.
It's happened in the company vehicles, too, the ones that have HD radios in them.
Okay.
I've gone to Pocatello in some areas, and, it just does not turn HD.
Yeah. I would imagine it's just some fine tuning there. And then also, if you're like near Blackfoot, Fort Hall, even a regular signal, I've noticed for all radio stations, there's just a few areas here where I'm assuming the mountains cause some interference because the signals are getting blasted all over the place. So you may experience some drop out of the HD signal or even the regular signal, depending on where you're at. But hopefully it's going to be better than it's ever been as we continue moving forward.
Awesome. All right, we'll look forward to hearing from you guys.
Hey,
and
thanks,
you guys
Mark.
have a good day.
You too, Mark.
man. Peace.
Peace.
208-535-1015, the number to call for traffic school. Ask us almost anything, powered by the Advocates.
You good over
I
there?
have a feeling I'm going to mess up my throat talking too much today, but that's fine. That's fine. So we were talking to Peach Their Own questions from last week. By the way, listeners, if you want to ask us anything, 208-535-1015.
What is a completely true story from your life that sounds so unbelievable, people think you're making it up?
Okay. I would say the story of when I was doing radio surveys. I worked at a place called David's Phone Center in Pocatello, and we would do surveys where we'd call around to people and play them clips of songs over the air or over the phone, get their judgment on them. And that was how, for many years, and still at many radio stations nationwide, they make programming decisions, Peaches. Mm-hmm. Now, does that sound believable? Now, there's an actual part of the story that is unbelievable. To me, it's unbelievable. Listener reaction to something over the phone would have any impact on programming decisions anywhere. But, so I'm making these, they're anonymous calls. We used not our real names when we did the phone surveys. And the computer system just dials random numbers in whatever area you're doing the surveys in. So we were calling Minneapolis. It's a big city. It's like, market 13? Millions of people. And you're dialing random numbers, trying to get people to do a survey with you, which trying to get people to do a survey with you is a total pain if you've never done that kind of job. You're cold calling people and asking them, can you give me 20 minutes of your time to play you a bunch of crappy radio hooks? So I actually got this woman on the phone willing to do the survey. And based on her answers, I'm like, wow, this lady really reminds me a lot of my aunt Heidi in Minnesota. She even kind of sounded like her. And by the end of the call, I was like, there's no way, because this would be like winning the lottery.
Yeah.
That this is actually my aunt on the other line. And I broke rules on the job, and I asked her, I'm like, hey, this is going to sound weird, and I'm not supposed to do this, but I have to ask, is your name Heidi? And she's like, how did you know that? And I was like, it's me. And then the phone thing, because it's automated, it just cuts you off. But I did a whole survey with my aunt. City of millions of people happened to, computer dialed random number, connected me with her, did a 20-minute call.
It's me.
Why can't I win Powerball? It's the dumbest lottery ever to win that one. But that was weird. What do you have that would be unbelievable?
There's the one story about me falling off the world's longest alpine slide in Attitash, I believe that the resort's name is Attitash, but I forgot what city it's in New Hampshire.
Okay.
But there's that story. I talked about my dad's story getting hit by Kobe Bryant in his car.
Oh, yeah. See, that one definitely screams unbelievable.
Right.
K-Bear, you're live on Ask Us Almost Anything, powered by The Advocates. Who's this?
Damien.
Damien, what's up?
Nothing much, man. Just can't believe it's Friday.
Woo, Friday the 13th.
Scary!
Yeah.
Oh!
Get yourself a tattoo today.
Yeah. Hey, I have a question for you guys. So when I decide to get a PS5, would you guys be able to sign it for me? Because that would be so awesome.
We'll sign anything. You
Yeah,
want to
sure.
bring by some garbage? We'll sign
You want
it.
to sign a PS5? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd be glad to sign your PS5.
Oh, yeah. That'd be so awesome for you, too.
Now, it's going to decrease the value of your machine, but sure, buddy.
I would greatly appreciate that. How often do you guys go out and interact with your listeners?
Well, it depends if I have COVID. When I have COVID, I don't. But generally, I mean, if I'm at the grocery store, I tend to bump into listeners and interact. But we set up things too, live broadcasts, if there's shows. I mean, we try to get out and interact with people as often as possible.
I got recognized by someone at a Winco last week. I forgot to tell you that.
Nice.
And I turn around because I hear some guy go, Peaches? And I turn around and I'm like, oh, hey.
So,
All right.
yeah, often enough, and if you see us out and about, by the way, I'll always hear people go, oh, I saw you, but I didn't want to bother or anything. I don't mind at all.
No, me neither.
Anytime
Yeah, no,
somebody wants to come up and say hello.
Most of the time I look angry and I have my headphones in. I look like Christian Bale from American Psycho, just walking around with the headphones on.
Now, if you saw me at Walgreens and I was wearing a mask and I looked like I was going to die, I was waiting on prescriptions, and I probably would have pretended that I didn't hear you because I didn't want to potentially breathe sickness into your face.
Which is you
even
being
with the
nice
mask.
to people. Yeah.
Yeah, I felt bad even having to go to the store.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, I don't know what you guys look like because I just moved to Idaho and I just on your radio station and I love the jams you guys play. So,
well, thanks, man. One of us is a giant who has a shaved head and a beard. The other one is short and has a shaved head and a beard. So if you see two bald guys with beards, one of them is really tall and the other one's just kind of normal. That is probably me and Peaches.
all right, then, for sure.
That doesn't mean go up to every tall guy you see and go, are you Peaches?
No, you should. If someone is extremely tall, they should always be asked, are you Peaches?
That'd be a good t-shirt.
Well, hey, man, appreciate the questions today. And
Yeah, if you bring by the PS5, we'll certainly sign it.
yeah, for sure.
All right, cool. I appreciate it.
Hey, thanks,
you guys
man.
have
You too. Peace.
peace out.
All right, you are live on Ask Us Almost Anything, powered by the Advocates. Who's this?
This is Adam.
Adam, what's up, dude?
So I wanted to get a confirmation on something you said. You said you were doing calls and asking people to take a 20-minute survey?
I bet it was a 20-minute survey. We did some that would go up to like 30 minutes. They'd take forever.
Well, no wonder the results were skewed. What person under 65 is going to wait around on the phone for 20 minutes with a stranger?
Exactly. It's the most useless way of deciding to program music ever. And so, I mean, it's why polling in general, there's no need to pay attention to any of it because for the most part, people who are answering polls over the phone likely have a landline or, yeah, they've got a lot of free time or the type of person that maybe faces the risk of being duped by phone scams, those old people.
I saw something about if you are falling for financial scams, that's a sign of Alzheimer's.
Yeah. So it
Bunch
blows
of
my
lonely old people.
Yeah, it blows my mind that radio actually uses that like radio would pay so much money to these companies to do these surveys.
It's so stupid.
Have you ever listened to a song over the phone, Peaches?
It sounds awful. I hear the hold music all the time.
Exactly. And they're like,
Are they still doing that today?
Oh yeah, they still do it today. Call out research. It's crazy to me.
But the thing is, you have streaming services like Spotify, Apple Music that show you what people are listening to.
Yeah, who needs that, Peaches?
Right.
Fake news, buddy. Fake news. We can drag 5 listeners into a room and play them songs on a boombox. That's another way they do it. They call it auditorium testing, but it's here's a crappy little stereo. Let's drag a few listeners in a room, play them. They don't even play the whole songs. They would play
the chorus.
The chorus.
Yeah.
And then make entire programming decisions based on that. It's crazy.
Wow, that is nonsense. Very informative answer, but man, I'm a little bit annoyed now. So
Yeah. So was I once I started in the radio business and thought back. I'm like, wait a minute. No wonder radio sucks so bad everywhere.
Luckily, we don't do that around here.
Yeah, no, dude. We could, just for fun, call listeners and play them clips of songs. What do you think of
Way
that?
overblown. Hey, test it out with Adam right now.
Yeah. Let's see. Adam, we would like to know, on a scale of 1 to 10, please tell us the likelihood that you would continue listening if you heard this song. All right, Adam, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much did you like that?
I got to say that just sounds wonderful over my phone speaker.
Yeah, my ears hurt now. I was blasted right into my headphones.
That's pretty much what it was like. But we were doing this 20 years ago, so can you imagine what the clip quality was coming out of some junky computer at a call center?
I remember showing my friends songs through Xbox parties, and I would put my phone up to the Xbox mic.
Yeah, what I just did for our caller sounds way better than what we would pump out over those systems. So, yeah, there you go. That's radio research.
All right. Well, thanks for the info. You guys have a good one.
Hey, you too,
man. Peace. 208-535-1015, the number to call for Ask Us Almost Anything, powered by the Advocates.
I have another question for you if you want it.
Sure, Peaches. As we wait for more people to call, I'm glad to answer your questions. What do you got?
What discontinued food or product do you still mourn today? This one was a popular one on our K-Bear group.
Discontinued food or product that I still mourn.
A popular answer was the Sobe juice.
Oh, yeah, I remember Sobe juice.
There was also
pretty good.
Someone also said Rockstar Horchata. I thought that was pretty funny.
What?
Yeah,
I never
that
heard of
existed
that.
for like a year.
That sounds like it would be good. Horchata's good.
Yeah, Horchata's great, but Rockstar edition,
Oh, it gets you all
caffeinated?
jacked up. I don't know. It sounds tasty, but also potentially miserable. I don't know. Okay, food or drink that is no longer available that I mourn.
Crystal Pepsi.
I thought Crystal Pepsi was fine.
That was another popular answer. That's not my answer.
Was it? Oh.
I've never had Crystal Pepsi. That was before my time.
Yeah, I mean, like Tom's Burgers locally. We talk about Tom's Burgers. There was also, was it Nick's Burgers in Pocatello that was right by Convergys? Convergys was another place I worked customer service, doing phone service for DirecTV. But I think it was Nick's Burgers right next to there. They had the big burger stop sign. That place was really good. To me, all the burger restaurants that have come and gone. Fuddruckers, Peaches.
Oh, that place was good.
That's what I'm talking
They
about.
all went out of business, unfortunately.
Yeah, everything did. What was your sad loss of food?
Oh, I mean, the old Trix yogurt was great. The old Trix cereal I miss with the different shapes and such. They turned it into balls.
See, and I'm trying to remember if before the shapes, if it was balls and then they shifted to shapes and then they went back to balls.
I thought the classic was the shapes.
I don't know. I think that was something that happened in like the 90s or something like that. But
I miss the old Target.
the old, what's the difference?
There was actual life to the. That's the thing now with a lot of people my age, that they're realizing places like McDonald's, Target, all these major stores, restaurants even, are just modernizing and becoming very sad looking.
Yeah, I will say that the 90s aesthetic was way more fun than what we got now. Lots of color. Everything looks like an office now.
There's that millennial gray
yeah.
that I was told about.
I
Yeah.
don't like it. You know, like McDonald's looking sort of classy. It's like, make it fun.
Yeah, quit
It's
making me pay
McDonald's.
$15 for a Big Mac. Bring back the color.
Bring back some color, for sure. You see the old, I remember when Burger King was on Yellowstone when I was a kid. They had a gigantic playground with the metal slides that would burn the crap out
But
of
see,
you.
like the restaurants are getting rid of that too. Like for the
Yeah.
most part. I mean, there's still some out there, but I was talking about that on the air too, about how in Chuck E. Cheese, me and my sister, we were young kids, and we went to the ball pit. There's another young boy in there. But there was a boy in there, and he's like, guys, look what I found. And he pulls out this like 5-inch knife in a
Jeez.
holster. And we pull it out, we're like, oh my goodness. So we told my parents, they shut down the ball pit that day. We went to that Chuck E. Cheese like a month later. Whole thing was gone. The whole ball pit done.
See, and I would say I think the old style outdoor playgrounds with the metal slides and stuff, I think they were better than the indoor, and the ball pit and all that, because they get so disgusting.
Pink Eye Central.
Exactly.
PEC.
Yeah. At least the outside playgrounds, Mother Nature would wipe them down every once in a while.
There's an old photo of my dad and me, like at an outdoor McDonald's playground, and they had this giant tree with a face on it, and we're like, yeah, it was McDonald's lost like all that stuff. Where's that stuff now? Did they just deteriorate and they threw it away?
I'm guessing that some psychos have them out in their backyard, hoarders.
some weirdo in a trailer park has the talking tree.
I would assume you can just get that kind of stuff. You buy it at auction, or
that's true.
It was out back by the dumpster, and they're like, "Can I have this?" K-Bear, you're live on the show. Ask us almost anything, powered by the Advocates. Who's this?
This is Jen.
Jen, what's up?
I'm just listening to y'all on my computer at work. I just wanted to ask if you could play a song after this.
I guess that technically is a question, so I can't hold it against you. But yeah, what song do you want to hear? And that might give you the answer.
Pouring down so it's like pouring down the mountain. They're all obsessed with dying, drinking from a fountain, pouring down the mountain, or coming like an avalanche down the mountain.
Let's see. Coming down. Is it Jane's Addiction mountain song? What do you got for me
Probably.
here, please? Let's see. I'm guessing that's the only song that comes to mind is Jane's Addiction mountain song. So,
oh no, you know what it is?
What?
It's Pepper by the Surfers.
You think it's Surfers Pepper?
They were all they were all in love with dying. They were drinking from a fountain that was pouring like an avalanche coming down the mountain.
Okay, Surfers. Yeah, Pepper. All right, yeah. Give me a few. I'll get that going.
And then I had a comment for you on the what do you wish would come back stuff products. Spark energy drink, man. Those were freaking delicious.
That was another one. It was Spark, Surge, and Volt. Those were the three.
Yeah, you got to blame those four loco lunatics for ruining Sparks,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sparks was pretty wild because it was just caffeinated alcoholic beverage with a pretty hefty amount of alcohol and a pretty hefty amount of caffeine.
No. These were non-alcoholic.
Okay.
Do you not know Spark, Victor?
Sparks,
I don't know Spark.
I only knew Sparks as the alcoholic beverage.
No, there's a non-alcoholic energy drink one, and amazing. This tastes kind of like Squirt, but better.
Oh, well, I don't remember that one. I just remember the can that looked like a orange and silver battery, and it was Spark.
Orange and silver battery.
Okay, here we got Spark. So not Sparks, just Spark.
Yeah, Spark.
Oh, okay.
Energy drink. And it was like a silver, red, and black can.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen that one. So, all right. If I happen to stumble across an old can, I'll risk my guts. Okay, Peaches just showed me a picture. Yeah, I've never even seen that.
I don't know if that's I think it's like a new version. I don't know what this is, because it's still available.
You can order them on Amazon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, there's your Sparks.
Let me see.
Wait.
Does it look like an orange battery?
Sparks brilliant mix of booze and caffeine, dead at age 6.
Yeah, that was it.
The can.
Oh, yeah, they had the black can that was like even stronger alcohol.
7% alcohol by volume.
Is that the orange can?
That's the black can. The blue and orange were 6.
Okay. Yeah, that stuff would turn you into a Tasmanian devil. It's probably good that it's gone.
I see taurine's in it. Premium malt beverage with caffeine, citric acid blend, taurine, guarana, ginseng blend. Yeah, a whole bunch of stuff.
Just basically take any energy drink and dump some liquor in it. And people would buy them by the 6-pack or the 12-pack. Wow. I didn't ever do that, of course. No, never.
Well, no one's ever had a bunch of Jaeger bombs.
Yeah, Jaeger bomb. Another, fine choice if you're going to be out boozing. Well, appreciate the call today and hope you have a good one.
You too, thanks.
See ya.
Bye.
Throat's starting to die here, Peaches. K-Bear, you're live on Ask Us Almost Anything, powered by the Advocates. Who's this?
This is Jeremy.
Jeremy, what's up?
Not much. So, how often do you reprogram? Say you're home listening to something, you're like, Oh, this old Deftones tune would be a great one to throw back into the lineup and catalog.
I mean, that's
to randomly play.
kind of an ongoing thing always, Peaches. You know, we stumble across songs that blow up on TikTok and things like that, or, you know, say, for example, Electric Callboy. Us playing Electric Callboy just came from a listener calling one day and going, hey, have you ever heard this band? Checked them out, was like, wow, this is great. And then we started playing it. So that's an always ongoing thing.
But they also have to be popular, right? Like, for the most part, they
for
want
the
to
most part.
Yeah, because that's the thing, too, is that I get listeners who say, can you play like this band? And it's like, oh, there was a Post-it note that Jill gave me, Of Death, O Rain, or something like that.
Yeah.
It was just a straight-up, like, slamcore band.
Yeah, I mean, especially on the metal end, if something's like really, really heavy, there's got to be some good data to back punishing the listeners who are wussy with those kind of songs. We got to make sure they're really popular. But we also, you know, we'll give stuff a shot that's not like insanely popular. I mean, we were playing Ghost and Sleep Token when they were new, and like I said, Electric Callboy when we were the only station that played them in the country for years. So
Yeah. Well, that's why I was saying, like, you know, that's why I made, like, some comment of, like, Deftones or something that, you know, has been out for a long time, and you just kind of think, oh, maybe that'd be a fun one to slip back into the lineup.
yeah, have you been hearing some new or some Deftones songs that we didn't play for a long time recently?
And then I'm trying to think of the name of the band. I told it to Peaches. I'd heard it for the first time because I was listening to the, what do you call it, Pandora. And the name of the song was, yeah, I know, you were going to move me on that one.
Sorry.
But the name of the song was called Peaches. And it was, it's a mainstream band. I just can't, the name's not coming to me right now.
I mean, the only one that comes to mind is obviously the Presidents of the USA.
Horrible song.
Yeah, and that's millions of peaches.
And then there's Justin Bieber.
Great song.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, if you have any song suggestions, send them to us at any time. I put a bunch of new Deftones stuff in recently that we're probably the only station playing. So, yeah, it's a constant evolution. It never stops.
The other suggestion is a highly suspect has actually gotten some really decent tunes out lately.
Yeah, we're playing the new single that they've been pushing. I think their song Wolf is an amazing masterpiece of a song. Radio doesn't play it, but it's really good. They've got a lot of really good stuff.
Well, you guys always push the edge by airing stuff that those mainstream radio stations won't air.
Oh, yeah. Wait till Monday when I'm fully recuperated. I've got plenty of ideas. Peaches kept a good list going, and there was a lot of stuff I intended to put in this week that we didn't get to. So
But the COVID got in the way.
dang, Rona got me. Ugh. Anyway, I'm 80%. I'm good. I'm not contagious.
All right, well, I'm glad I could fill some airtime for you.
Thanks, Jeremy. Hope you have a good one, man.
Gonna enjoy.
Peace.
Peace out.
Peace out.
K-Bear, you are live on Ask Us Almost Anything, powered by The Advocates. Who's this?
Victor, this is Jim. How are you doing this morning?
Jim doing pretty good. What's up?
Hey, so you're still doing that mourn something that has been gone for a while, right?
Say that again?
The product question, the one that we were talking about.
Oh, sure. Yeah, if you got a product you're mourning, what you got?
Okay, what about Zimas? I just dialed it. I just tuned in, so I don't know if anybody's mentioned that yet.
Now, don't they just call that White Claw now?
Yeah, not White Claw. No. They were Zimas in the early 2000s. They had the black cherry and like two other flavors, and they only came in 16-ounce cans.
Yeah, they pretty much taste kind of like Sprite.
Yeah, they were carbonated white juice.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
yeah.
it wasn't like sparkling water. It was more so like a flavor to it. They had more so flavor to it? Okay.
Yeah, more like a Sprite,
exactly.
Alcoholic Sprite.
Yeah,
they were very popular.
They had like 8%. Yeah, they had like 8%. They were good.
Yeah. They were a little bit before my time. I think they were still around when I was 21. They had to have been because I remember trying them, but they were never something I got big into. But I remember them being really popular.
But then the White Claws and these Four Locos and other things came out and just wiped them away.
Yeah, I think I don't know what killed Zima. Maybe it was Sparks.
Maybe it was Spark.
What's it called?
All right,
XEEMA? Is that how you spell it?
No, it's just ZIMA.
Oh.
Thanks, man. Appreciate the call.
Zima. All right, buddy. You guys have a good day and be safe.
You too. Peace.
Okay. Bye.
Yeah, Google image that. See if you've seen them before.
October 2008 was when it was discontinued, and I'm looking at the picture of it. It kind of looks like a vodka bottle.
Yeah, that's Zima.
They had 4.7 to 5.4% alcohol by volume. It was introduced in 1993, marketed as an alternative to beer.
Yeah. I'm surprised they haven't tried to make a comeback with how people are all hooked on nostalgia nowadays.
Well, somebody made a recipe, or somebody has a recipe for it online, but it has a 1-star review, so I'm assuming it's a horrible recipe.
What's the recipe? Get a Sprite and pour some vodka in it?
1.5 ounce of vodka, 1.5 ounce of Calpico, 1/4 ounce lime juice, 1/2 ounce lemon juice, 1 ounce water. So it's essentially like what you just...
Yeah. I guess at that point, just get yourself a White Claw.
Or a Truly.
Or a Truly.
Or a Bud Light Seltzer.
A Mountain Dew Hard.
Yeah, hard Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
That's right. Got a call from Crazy Jay with an Ask Me Almost Anything question. How many times have you had COVID? I've lost count. I am the person I know who has got COVID the most times. So annoying. Why? And I was reading through an article about it. I'm like, what is the person who's had COVID the most times? And there was a guy who tested positive for it like 43 times. I don't think that counts. He probably was testing like every day. All right? I want to know sheer number of times that somebody's had it. Because I've got to be in the running for the most number of times. And it's so frustrating because I just hang out with my cats. Every time that I've picked it up, well, okay, at the radio convention last year, or the year before, when I got it like real bad, the worst I ever got it. That one, I know where it came from. But all the other times, I assumed it was my dirty children bringing it home from school. And that was what a person online said who'd had it like 5 times. They work at a daycare. Obviously, kids are filthy. They'll make you sick. Me, I am stumped, Peaches, as to why. I'm the COVID king. And nobody has higher numbers of COVID infections than me. I've got bigly numbers.
I think it's because you got yourself boosted. You know?
I didn't know. That's the thing. I wish I would have. I talked to the doc about it because he's like, why didn't you get a booster shot? And I was like, well, a few months ago.
Why don't you get a booster shot?
I asked this because I tried to get one a few months ago and they didn't have them. They're like, we don't have them. There are none.
So I see them. I see that thing advertised all over the city. Walgreens.
Yeah, now
Albertsons.
They said they just got them in about a week or two ago. I was like, well, that's great. I got COVID a week ago. Had I, known they were available, I certainly would have got one because even if it just made it so it was less brutal, that'd been great. That would have been great. I'd rather not have to take 4 days off of work. Ugh. It's maddening. You
just wanted an extended weekend. We all know. Come on now.
Peaches, see, if I'm going to have an extended weekend, I like to feel nice while I'm doing it. I do enjoy laying around my house doing nothing. But when you can't even enjoy just laying there when you're that uncomfortable, it just sucks, man. So I just want to remind everybody, if you get COVID, go to the doctor ASAP and get that Paxlovid. That's what I got way late in the game. It made a huge difference. Huge difference. I should have remembered because that's what I had to get before. And I got to say, insurance companies are just corrupt and terrible, Peaches. You wouldn't believe how many insurance companies won't pay for a prescription that is the best medication to help people with COVID. They just don't pay for it anymore.
Yeah, I had to refill my fleckenide yesterday, and they're like, that'd be $8. I'm like, why is it $8 for my refill?
Dude, I had one pharmacy tell me when I was calling around trying to just find Paxlovid, they're like, yeah, insurance ain't going to pay for that. You're going to have to pay like $1,500. I'm like, well, then I'm not going to take it.
Yeah.
I ended up going to a pharmacy that did have it, and they had a coupon. It would have cost $250, but they had a manufacturer-type coupon deal that took it down to $0. But it was a pain to find it. I had to call like 5 pharmacies to find one in stock. Because I was like, I can't wait days for it. There's no point. By then I won't need it. Give me the meds, people. But yeah, my doctor is like, why didn't you come in when you took a positive COVID test? I'm like, well, I didn't think much about it. And it didn't seem that bad. But it just kept going and going and going. So I finally went to the doctor and he's like, yeah, dude, If you came in 4 days ago, you'd be feeling a lot better right now if you'd taken that prescription. So I'm not saying that you need to do anything, listeners. You be you and do what you want. But if it was me, I would go get one of the now available COVID booster shots. That's my personal opinion. If you don't want to, that's perfectly okay. But I'd recommend it because I was certainly wishing I would have had one just to take the edge off. You know, it sucked. Because that natural immunity crap, I'll tell you what, if natural immunity prevented you from getting COVID, I would never get it because I've had it so many times. Hopefully I never get it again, but it loves me, Peaches. It's my biggest fan.
I would also say your immune system just sucks too.
Well, it could be that, but I haven't gotten sick with anything else forever.
I told my dad that you had it, and he was just like, man, that guy gets sick all the time.
But I don't. When's the last time I got sick?
But I told him that. I was like, well, like for a little while there, you were sick like every week. I'm a little bit off. And that was like the ongoing joke.
Yeah, that was when I was dealing with a lot of life stress.
Right, yeah.
But really, the only thing that's beat me down over the last few years, it's always that stupid COVID, man. Just, it finds me somehow. It's awful. So anyway, people, be careful out there. It's floating around. If you have to go to the store, are they going to yell at me?
See.
Bring it on. K-Bear, hi. You're live on the show. Please keep that in mind. Who's this?
Hi, this is Jordan. I was just listening to you guys talking about how often you've got COVID. How many times have you gotten COVID, Victor?
Well, that's the thing. I don't know. I tried to count it up.
I thought it was like 6 or 7, to be quite honest.
I'm guessing, I think I'm at about 6.
That's kind of wild. I thought I was going to beat you out, honestly. I've caught it 5 separate times.
I mean,
I caught alpha twice, and then each of the variants I caught individually.
Yeah, I don't know for sure which variants I got or anything like that. We're in that's right, the COVID Collection Club. I got my passport, but it's a COVID passport stamped with each variant. Yeah,
a new TV subscription, COVID Plus. You know.
Yeah. You know what kind of prize do I win for these COVID stamps?
Puckering. It's great.
Yeah, I mean, I would say I don't know for sure, but at least 5. It's stupid.
Awful, man. My heart goes out to you.
Well, you know, thankfully I got that. It took a lot of effort, but I did get that prescription and it's helped a lot. So
that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
All right, I'll let you guys go.
You too, man. Peace.
Peace.
Yeah, I didn't expect to be talking about this subject anytime soon, Peaches. And then when I took that test Monday, I just happened to have a test laying around. I'm like, well, I might as well use it. And when I saw it was positive, I'm like, you have got to be kidding me.
Right.
You have got to be kidding me.
At least it's not the mandatory 2 weeks anymore. That's the thing, too. Is that
well, and
before it was like the mandatory 2 weeks. If you even sneezed, people thought you were like a complete idiot for showing up to work and sneezing.
Well, and I did not show up to work. You know, when I was, even yesterday, I got up, I got ready for work, and I was like, hey, I'm still just not feeling good enough that I feel comfortable going to work. And the doctor, you know, he said, you're probably not contagious, or, you know, you're fine. It's been 5 days. But I figured I'd give it one more just because I had an unpleasant morning. We'll just say that.
What do you mean probably not contagious?
He told me that a few days ago because it had been 5 days.
Gotcha.
You know, that you're probably not contagious. He said, if you wanted to go to work tomorrow, you'll be fine. But I still, you know, extra time. I don't want to make you guys sick. I don't want to make anybody sick. You know? I felt guilty, like I said, trying to go get my prescription. I'm all masked up. And
people are staring at you.
It's funny how quick I get used to I was getting dirty looks and stuff. I'm like, you want me to come cough in your face? I'm trying to help you people here. But I got used to it so fast that I caught myself driving around in my truck with my mask on.
Not again.
Yeah, wasn't even thinking about it. I just got used to it so quick. I jumped in the truck after going one pharmacy to the other and was like, oh, I'm driving around irritating people with a mask on, driving by myself again. I think that's why a lot of people did it back in the day.
I was going to drop something off for you, but then I'm like, wait, he's probably watching the cameras like a weirdo. He would like yell at me. Get away, Peaches. Get away.
I would have talked to you through the doorbell, been like, Peaches, I'm not answering the door. This place is condemned.
No, but I would have like dropped something off, then walked away. I wouldn't have tried to walk in there. What do you mean?
I don't think you'd want to walk in. I've been running the air purifier and all that, and airing the place out. But
Lucy and poor Lucy and poor Koopa.
Oh, they were happy because I was there to hang out with them all day.
Did you get them little masks too?
Yes, I got them their own little COVID masks. Thank you again for tuning in to the Viktor Wilt Show. This program's a production of River. Why can't I say that?
No,
God.
I have to say Riverbend Media Group.
Riverbend Media Group. This program's a production of God. This program's a production of Riverbend Media Group. To contact the show or for more information, hit us up at riverbendmediagroup.com.